Everyone, so today we're going to be making ramen, and I have my AirPods in because I have a dryer going and I can't skip that, unfortunately, because I gotta be an adult. But I wanted to show you guys how I make my lazy but a step up better ramen. So today, because I guys couldn't stay in my cupboard because I ended up breaking my phone stand. I dropped it and it was cheap. It was from like Five Below and I want to try it and I ended up breaking it. So I have to get a new one. So don't mind the setup and don't mind the no makeup. It's like literally 9 o'clock right now and I'm tired and we're going to bed soon. It's my husband's birthday weekend, so I'm like ready to go to bed and prepare for hanging out tomorrow all day. So today, chicken ramen, will start with the basic ingredients of, sorry I'm like looking at it all, the basic ingredients of, you got chicken broth, so I do 2 of these. You can do no sodium, fat free, whatever it is. I have these right here. I actually have one open because I give these to my cats and sometimes in their dry food just to give them a little bit of a treat, and it's good for their fur too. And then you get a pitcher of water, and that is filtered water from my Berkey. And then I got 2 of the ramen noodles. You can get any pack. I got these from my local Asian market. So I just have 2 of these, one for me, one for my husband. And then I got some powdered ginger. Now obviously any fresh ginger would be better, but again, lazy. And that's how I cook, is lazy, because I cook too long. So I also have, I believe I'm terrible with pronouncing things. I literally the worst, so please don't mind my butcher when it comes to butchering things. I believe it's called mirin, or is this right here? So I got some mirin. There you go. I got this from my local, actually it's from Publix. I got this from Publix. I thought I got it from the Asian market, but I do not. And then I got this gluten-free soy sauce. I'm supposed to be gluten-free, but I'm not. So I just don't eat it. But I actually like this one a lot, and it was pretty good. I got this at Whole Foods. So it's this one right here. I'll kind of turn it so you can read it all. But it wasn't a bad price, and I use this pretty often, so I really like that one. I usually skip the soy sauce when it comes to like at our local Asian restaurants for any sushi or anything like that, so I usually like to skip that. And then I also have some minced garlic. This is from Aldi's. I love Aldi's, if you can't tell. And then I got some kimchi base. Now this is not something you normally add, it's just what I like. I like kimchi. It's just I also like really spicy food. My husband does not, so I normally have to be careful, but I just like to add that. It's just preference, but you can go with or without it. You can use sriracha, you can use whatever you want, whatever. And I also have 1 large white onion. Now I'm only going to use half of this because I don't need the whole thing, and it's more recommended if you use scallions, like green onions, and I just don't have that in the house. I already used mine up, so that's why I don't have them. So let's get started. So hi, hello, we're going to be down here from now on. I'm actually going to turn on the light. I hope that makes it a little bit better. I have a little light on and I have my watch to kind of watch back and forth, but I'm going to start putting the ingredients in. So depending on your stove top, obviously all stove tops varies, so I'm going to put it on 7. So I have low, 2, 3, 4, medium, 6, 7, 8, high. So I like to put it on 7 just to start out with while I pour my ingredients in. So I have about half of this chicken stock, the one I was opening the fridge. I'm going to pour that in. I also wash my hands, I promise. It's only for me and my husband anyways. I got this full one. I personally would recommend using no salt added, but when I got these ingredients it was less. So I'm going to go ahead and add a pitcher of water. Now this is like no means legit ramen. I know it's not. It's just the lazy way to do things because I don't like instant ramen. I'd rather do this, and I found this is what I really like. So I would recommend 2 full pitchers. Okay, so these are 32 ounces, so I would do 2 of these to 32-ounce chicken broth. So after adding both of the 32, which I'd recommend, I only did like half of one, so I did 32 and then half of that. So I would go ahead and add the water, full pitcher of water. You can use like half a gallon, whatever you feel. It's just I kind of go by what I see in the pot. I'm just using my biggest pot that I have, so I kind of usually like to go a little bit above these little handle, the little gray silver things. So I have about a teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. I'm going to add 2 of them. I like it to be super garlicky. And then I don't measure anything. I'm going to try so hard to. I just don't. So I have like a tiny bit, you can see that. It's like literally this much of garlic powder. Let's see if I can measure that out. So I would say it's about, if it'll come out, it's really hard in there. There we go. Just gotta bang it. So I'd say about a teaspoon. It's kind of what. Now you can do ginger peels, you can do grated, you can cut it up, you can do juice, whatever you feel is best. But I just like to just get ginger powder. It's just easier for me because I don't cook enough with ginger. Okay, so this is a mirin. I add about 2 teaspoons. And now I'm a taste tester. Actually, we do 3. Try 2 first and then taste it after everything gets heated up. But I'm a taste tester. Actually, my husband's a taste tester. Now I have about 3 teaspoons of the soy sauce. So dump right in there. And then I have my kimchi base, my favorite thing to cook with. I like to put this in Korean barbecue. I just put on rice, literally noodles, like butter in this. I like to put it in my pho, my ramen. It's just my favorite thing. I love kimchi. I can eat kimchi on its own, which I do. But it's just delicious. So now we got almost everything. The only thing we need is the onion. So I'm going to cut half of that since I don't need a whole lot. And I'm just going to julienne it because I kind of like the thinner but longer pieces and do that instead of dicing it. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I have my phone in my hand, so I'm sorry if it's a little wobbly. I'm trying to get everything in view, but I'm also going to cook and show you guys another video. So I'm sorry if it's a little wobbly, but here's what everything looks like. I just added the onions. You can kind of see the garlic poking through. So I'm actually going to put some chicken. I have like literally raw chicken tenders. I'm just going to throw in there. It's going to cook. I'm going to cover it for about 15 minutes and just let it cook and boil. So I like to cook the chicken in there because I like how it just heats and cooks in the broth and gets all the flavors. So that's what I personally like to do, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, check on it. Usually it's done by then, but of course you never know. So I'm going to cover it, you know, put the chicken in there first, cover it, and then cook for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back, and then we're going to cook the noodles, and then we'll plate it, and we'll be good. Okay, so I have added my chicken and onions. Everything's cooking. It's still covered. Okay, so I added the onions and the chicken in that, and it's on 7 if you can tell. Don't mind my air fryer. That is because I was using it as a stand for my phone. But that is going to cook right now, and we'll leave it for about 30 minutes. Okay, so that's everything for my chicken and ramen. I'm going to go ahead and add an egg tomorrow, and I'm just going to go ahead and say goodbye now since we'll be taste testing ramen, probably having that for either lunch or dinner. I don't know yet. If you guys do watch the chicken and mac and cheese, whichever comes first, I believe the ramen will come first. So if you guys do watch that, we're doing either meal for our lunch or dinner for my husband's birthday tomorrow, since it's kind of what he wanted. So we're just doing that, plus I had it out anyways too, so it works out. But I'll go ahead and add a clip after this of me cooking my noodles and just having him taste test it, and you guys can see everything towards the end. Again, I know this is not legit ramen, you know, I hope this doesn't upset anyone, but I just don't like instant ramen. Nothing against it. My husband eats it. I have friends who eat it. I have nothing against it. I just don't like it. I just really don't like the seasoning in it. And plus, I kind of like the little bit more of the good broth. That's what I really enjoy the most. So I like the really rich and flavorful broth. And you can add more to this, you can add less, you can add whatever you want to it. This is just what I found that works for both of us, and go ahead and try it out. So if you guys do try it out, please let me know. Comment down below if you guys want to see any further recipes. If you guys want me to try anything else, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And then if you do cook this, please tag me in a photo on Instagram. I have everything linked, and I'll link it down below again. Everything my banner. Go ahead and follow me while you're there and comment on anything and see, and let me know if you guys want me to try anything else. Alright, bye guys. So we have the ramen boiling. We have the onions, the garlic, the ginger, the chicken broth, the water. Everything is in there and it's cooking. You can see the chicken. Looks kind of bland, but it's all cooked with the flavors, so that's how we like it. And now I'm gonna cook the noodles. So noodles, I have a little basket like this. I already opened it, so I didn't want to put it on the video. So I just opened everything, took out the seasonings, and then I'm just gonna put it in like this. And I have a smaller pot, so it doesn't fully cover it. But I like to just kind of let it sit. Once it cooks down here, I will go ahead and push everything down and start spreading them out so it cooks all nice and even. And then once I'm done with that, I will show you how I plate it. Okay, so I'm going to just shake out these noodles. They're all cooked. Probably took about 4 to 5 minutes just because it's not boiling as much as it should be. I'm just going to strain it out, shake it, and then I'm going to go over to this bowl. Go ahead and pour it in, and then put that in the sink because you should hand wash it. Normally I'd have a ladle, but it's not clean. So we're just gonna fill it up. Okay, so I plated everything up. I just went and go ahead and just add as much broth as I wanted. I only added 1 chicken breast because I just didn't want a whole thing. Normally you would add green onions on top and a fried egg or a boiled egg in the broth, but I'm a picky eater and I don't want the egg and I don't have any green onions. So I just added some sriracha, which they should sponsor me. I wish, because I eat this like all the time. This is like brand new. And that's it. That's it for the ramen.